cleaned out the office last night, and now I realize there's a lot of stuff we're gonna need for in there. Chair mat, mouse pad, wrist rest, amongst many other things that need to be, set up. So eventually we'll get my wrist rest. I think I'm about to bring it over here. Because my wrist hurts when I do this. Let me see if my wrist rest will work. Yeah. You haven't felt any better having a wrist rest, does it? Well, this wrist rest is helping me tonight. Because my hand was hurting after playing this a few times this week. Now this wrist rest is helping a ton. This is the same wrist rest I had over at my EC. I might have to buy another one. I should buy another wrist rest actually. Yeah, I should buy another one just like this. I should look on Amazon and get a nice new wrist rest or two. We might actually beat this. Does it feel weird doing this on a PC and not a phone? Yeah, it does. Even I have a wrist rest I bought to do this now. And even now my hand gets numb. If it gets numb putting it over on this table at an angle, playing it like this, it's definitely intended to be a mobile game. In addition, I'm literally using the cheapest beaded wrist rest that I bought at like an office store 2-3 months ago. Definitely I'm going to look for better ones now, so I need a keyboard and a mouse like wrist rest, like a good quality durable one for gamers, so I'll look for that. But outside of that, it worked wonders. I couldn't believe how well I played. So if you didn't see the footage, check it out. You're going to absolutely love the footage. Okay. I also bought some wrist rests, because yesterday I was playing Call of Duty here on the new setup, and I was using these beaded wrist rests. They were okay, but I got one of each kind. So basically this one's memory foam, and this one's gel. And they both feel alright. I think the gel feels better, so I'm going to go with that for now for my mouse. I also bought a long keyboard wrist rest, but that's not coming for a day or two. So for now, I'll use this, but then when the big one comes, I'll use that. For a major stream, now I'm going to have the proper wrist rests and everything that I need. I'm going to see how I do. I actually did very well the other night, but now having all the proper equipment, I might do even better. And then Thursday night will be Indiana Jones and the Great Circle continuing. We're now in Egypt. Probably not. I do have a keyboard wrist rest that's coming. That's supposed to be for the whole keyboard, and that's coming. But outside of that, probably not. I think this is, at this point, the extent of the upgrades I'm going to do. We're going to have a really fun stream. We're going to do a full stream of Call of Duty Black Ops 6, keyboard and mouse. Then I'll actually have proper wrist rests and everything. And the new, the boom mic and everything. So, I need my formal wrist rest for the keyboard. Right now I'm using like a bootleg little one that I got off Amazon. I ordered a full-size one, but it didn't come yet. I need it to come because my wrist, it's already saying my wrist is getting sore. Playing this like this. I need to have a good wrist rest.
Okay.
Top 6 on my new PC gaming setup. Keyboard and mouse. This time around, I actually have some proper wrist rests, which I didn't have last time, but I have them now. I actually have a new boom mic positioning here. Oh, and another kind of wrist rest as well that I wanted to try and see if it was any good. I have no clue if it's going to be any good, but I wanted to give it a shot. I'm trying to get the best, most ergonomic, best feeling rests and everything, because I'm going to be PC gaming. You don't want your arms to be hurt, right? Mouse, and now I actually have like a wrist rest and everything. So today's going to be an exciting full stream of Call of Duty, and we're going to see how it goes. I hope it goes well. I hope today ends up being super fun and exciting. Peace. I'm sure to figure out with the keyboard what's the best positioning for my hand. I have a big wrist rest here now, but like even now it feels like off. I don't know. I haven't played on keyboard and mouse in so long. Maybe that's just what it is. Like my mouse and hand feel fine. But definitely my left wrist using the keyboard feels a little weird. I don't know if it's the positioning or what. I'm not sure what the best ergonomic thing is. I'll actually feel like a studio because I'll have all the professional equipment. What else do I got coming? Like I said, I have a new other wrist rests and things like that I'm testing. So that was great. Now in addition to that, there's all these other improvements that I'm doing. I got a new little mouse rest here on this setup, I've actually got new wrist rest and mouse rest on this setup. I got a pad that I put down that's now going to be a mouse pad for when I use this mouse on the PC over here. I tried to get a new arm, a new different boom arm. The pad over here, some new wrist rests all over the place. Since I'm now using USB with this mic, I got rid of the Scarlett preamp pad on top of the computer desk here. That it's a mouse pad, but also pads everything else that's on the desk. I have a new wrist and two wrist rests, one for the keyboard, one for the mouse, which we're gonna test today when we play Marvel Rivals. I don't know how good they are. I have the other ones I was using too, so we can try both and compare them. Chin? I'm sorry, this mouse pad's not working out tonight. I got an interesting mouse pad. It's a curve. It actually is nice on my wrist, but it doesn't fit here because I got the desk out tonight. So I gotta swap this to one of my other wrist rests. This one is not working. And hold on. Let me get one of my other wrist rests, the red oak here. There we are. This should hopefully fit, which I'm actually doing a new setup. I have a brand new wrist rest here for the mouse and keyboard, and I'm going to compare it to my old one. So the old one I had was gel, like, you know, that resting gel for your hands. This is more memory foam. I saw these online. I know this sounds silly, but I saw these online. Look what it looks like a cloud. And what it is, it's like memory foam was like this almost like fake leather top. So it's kind of like nice on the skin. It feels comfy. I don't know how it's going to work or if it's going to work, but we're going to try them today. And if they don't work, oh well, no big deal. I'll just go back to using the gel ones. I'm trying to find the best setup for everything. You know what I mean? I even have this too. I bought this, which is supposed to be a wrist rest that takes the pressure off of the, what is this called? Like your artery or whatever, or your muscle, your nerve that's there. Because there's a nerve in your wrist. So supposedly this wrist rest is supposed to take all the pressure off the nerve in the wrist. So I have all these different things to test and figure out what's better for the keyboard and mouse setups. That's my, as you can see, on the desk here, we've got sunglasses, we've got an extra wrist rest I don't need. That's actually the gunner glasses there. And then we've got these new cloud memory foam rests for my wrists. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep these or not. I'm thinking about it. They're all right, but they're not amazing or anything. I may try to get a better one. Also, what you're seeing in the background there, I just said Jasper was on my ottoman. The ottoman is to the right there, and that is a storage ottoman. Inside is all my old game joysticks. The pads by the keyboard and mouse here. These is wrist rests. They look like clouds. They're kind of neat. They're wrist rests, and they are what do you call it? The like not memory foam, but whatever it's called, the special foam that they use. And you want the name brand QLOUD. I didn't know that, and I bought a knockoff that sucks, and I have that over on the PC over there for uploading and stuff, because I didn't realize there were knockoffs. This is good. This is like really good quality. It's durable, it's very comfortable, and it gets a lot of support when I'm gaming, so I love it. But I bought a cheap knockoff, not knowing that there was one, and that one's crappy. That one, I'm not even kidding, that one's already starting to like wear out and melt, and it just feels weird. This is great. So, go with the name brand, don't go with the knockoff. Let's swap over. If you're wondering what this is, someone gifted me a cute, squishy, like memory foam stress, but also like wrist rest kitty. So I put it in the shot tonight because I haven't had a chance to really do anything with it. So I'll put it on the shot tonight. Hold on. We'll stand on my mouse, or my wrist rest. There we go. My stream deck, and I could keep going, right? This wrist rest that I used that I got off Amazon, I could tag this video probably with 20 to 30 product tags, and if anyone clicked on one and bought it, I get a commission. Why is my desk lumpy like it has cancer? My desk? What are you talking about? This? Oh, this? You're talking about my wrist rests. My wrist rests look like puffy clouds. Yeah, they're squishy wrist rests. They're nice. They're actually really good for gaming. Yes. It's not cancer, it's clouds. They're very squishy. Huh? Every device in your house is an Xbox. Your phone is an Xbox. Your mouse is an Xbox. Your wrist rest is an Xbox. No, stupid. What are you doing? Okay, and this is a mouse pad. Oh, excuse me, a wrist rest. And I haven't used it yet. I bought it when I was trying to test out different wrist rests. I haven't used it yet. It's fine. It's actually nice and squishy, probably supportive. But I haven't used it yet. I'll keep it. So, alright, so we have much. This is just a bunch of wrist rests. When I was trying different wrist rests for my new setup, I bought a whole bunch of stuff. So this is like, look at this. A bead wrist rest. Another bead wrist rest. This is a gel wrist rest. In fact, I'm going to take this wrist rest and put it inside so now I know these are all wrist rests. This is a keyboard wrist rest, so we'll keep that. This is a box of wrist rests. If my current ones that are memory foam clouds wear out, I can pop these over and now I don't have to just start buying new ones, okay? All stabs in the fur of wrist rest was in the wrong spot. Let's go. Oh, my mouse, my wrist rest was on the right spot. No wonder my wrist was hurting. This silly stuff. My wife saw this in the store. She was like, come over here. I was like, what? She goes, are you hungry? I said, what do you mean? No, well, I'm not hungry yet. We didn't eat too long ago. And she said, oh, that's too bad because here, it's actually not bad. It's a wrist rest. It's actually decent quality. So I got a nice big baguette and I got a little croissant. Wrist rests. So if they bother you guys, visually, I can move them over there and I can move the cloud wrist rest back because all I did is I moved the cloud wrist rest from there to over there because I have two setups here. But I thought they looked pretty cool. So, yeah, they look pretty fun to print anyway. So let's see if you guys like them or not. I'm not, like I said, it's not a big deal. I thought it was a funny little thing. I must say, my new wrist rests are actually extra comfy. I think these wrist rests, as silly as they look, one looks like a big French baguette, and the other one looks like a croissant. They're actually super comfy on my wrist. I think it's better than for first-person shooters than the old ones I had. Zone Alpha capture progress. Can we get new wrist rests that are not bread-themed? We could. They have all kinds. They have this one now. It's not like this. It's a gliding thing. It sits on your wrist like this, okay? And it, glides your hand around your desk. It's not cushioned. It's different. It's like a piece of plastic with, what's the word? You guys know that material that slides. It's very smooth. That's what it is. I saw it. I didn't get it, but I saw it on there. And I was like, that could work. But as for these, they really haven't done anything with wrist rests here, new, in a very long time. But if you guys wanted to look at those, we could look at those too. Remember, I have the cloud ones that I was using for a while. Then I went to these silly bread ones, but we can look for professional ones. I can't remember what it's called. It's it's on the tip of my tongue, the surface, what it's called. But it's a hard but very smooth material. And so when it goes down on a flat surface, it glides around the surface and it takes all the pressure off your wrist. So it's supposed to be revolutionary, but they were expensive when I was looking at them, so I didn't get them. But we can look into it. Let's see what they got. Duty? I'm not sure it is. For Call of Duty, I might want to actually move this further forward like this and actually go like this with wrist rests, which is fine. I guess I can adjust the monitor. I'll have to adjust the mic. Look, it's right in my face now. Yeah, we got a lot to do. Oh my god, that was my mouse got caught on my wrist rest and I couldn't aim far enough down. I gotta move my mouse up slightly. That was totally an equipment failure. I gotta get used to my new mouse keyboard. I couldn't go down low enough to shoot him. Oh shit. I'll be using the new setup. Actually, now I have a new wrist rest, an actual new cool thing for my wrist. As you can see, it's new. I didn't have it earlier today. It showed up today. That is meant to be, supposedly, for competitive shooters. It's meant to glide around with your hand. And I'm curious how this is going to work to help me aim and everything. I didn't really have a good one before. I was using crappy ones, and now I've gotten better stuff that hopefully will, again, help me improve with the gameplay. So we'll see tomorrow night. It should be fun. We have a new drone. We unlock. I've got a new wrist rest for my keyboard. That's a cooling gel wrist rest. much better than the stuff I was using previously, which was kind of like, to be honest, it was kind of like cheap stuff to look funny, like the freaking like clouds and stuff. But I got better ones. We'll see how it works tonight. I mean, once again, I have improvements to my setup. I have a new wrist rest for my mouse that's supposed to be new technology. So unlike wrist rests that are more like memory foam or gel, this one is a gliding plastic. And you're supposed to use it on an actual desk mat, which I have. And basically what happens is it allows you to move and aim on the fly. And it doesn't like make you reposition your hand. Your hand just glides all over the desk. I want to see how this works with Call of Duty tonight. It's going to be interesting. So...